Dear students, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம், வந்தனம், namaskar. Today I'd like to give a brief idea regarding heritable diseases in genetics. The diseases inherited from parents to the subsequent generations are known as heritable diseases. The heritable diseases is also known as congenital. Congenital means they are inherited from parents to the subsequent generation. More than 4,000 heritable diseases are reported in man. More than 4,000 heritable diseases are reported in man. It may be due to numerical chromosomal aberrations, or due to mutation, or due to structural chromosomal aberrations. Numerical chromosomal aberrations means variation that involves chromosomal number within a set, or variation involves chromosome set number. So variation in the chromosome number or chromosomal set number is said to be numerical chromosomal aberration or abnormality. The heritable diseases may be due to numerical chromosomal aberration, and the heritable diseases may be due to mutation. Mutation is nothing but sudden spontaneous deviation from the wild type. Different kinds of mutations are reported, and most of the mutations are either autosomal dominant or autosomal recessive or sex-linked recessive. It is concerned with the sex chromosomes. And finally, the heritable diseases due to structural chromosomal aberration or abnormality or mutation means sudden change takes place in the structure of chromosome, either a deletion, removal of a small portion of the chromosome, or duplication, a small portion of the chromosome represented twice, or inversion, the genes are arranged in the reverse order, or due to translocation, the exchange of genetic material takes place between non-homologous chromosomes. All these things responsible for more than 4,000 heritable diseases in man. In this class, I'd like to give only the disease name and a small description. And from the next class, we see one by one. First is numerical chromosomal aberration or numerical chromosomal abnormality or numerical chromosomal mutation. So numerical chromosomal aberration means normally we have two sets of chromosomes, 2n. We are calling it as is equal to 46. Numerical chromosomal aberration means variation that involves chromosomal number within a set. Instead of 46, we have 47, or we have 48, or we have 47 like that, 45, 46 minus 1 is equal to 45. We are calling it as numerical chromosomal aberration. This is called aneuploidy. Variation that involves chromosomal number within a set is said to be aneuploidy. Variation that involves chromosomal number within a set. Already in the 10th standard, you made it about this. 2n plus 1 trisomy, addition of one homologous chromosome. And 2n plus 2, addition of two homologous chromosome, tetrasomy. And a removal of one homologous chromosome is said to be monosomy. And a removal of two homologous chromosomes is said to be nullisomy. These things are known as aneuploidy and comes under either hyperploidy, increase in number, or hypoploidy. The diseases due to the autosomal or sex chromosomal abnormality or aberration is number 1, Patau syndrome, also known as 13 trisomy. One chromosome more in the 13th pair. The 13th pair possesses 3 chromosomes instead of 2. We are calling it as 13 trisomy. 13 trisomy The intellectual, the person with the 13 trisomy shows intellectual disability. And second is 21 monosomy. Instead of 2 chromosomes, the 21st pair have only 1 chromosome. These kids have a risk in birth defect. At the time of birth, they have some problems, and it is a birth defect. It's a genetic defect. Another is 21 trisomy, also known as Down syndrome. The 21st pair have 3 chromosomes instead of 2. 1 chromosome is more. We are calling it as 21 trisomy, and which they have vision problem, hearing problem, and learning problems. And finally, 18 trisomy, also known as Edwards syndrome. The 18th pair have 3 chromosomes instead of 2. And these kids possesses abnormal head. So these are all problem in the autosomes. We have 22 pairs of autosomes. We have 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair the 6 chromosome or allosome. All these defects problem in the 22 pairs of the autosomes or in the autosomes. Patau syndrome, defect in the 13th pair. 21 monosomy, defect in the 21st pair. 21 trisomy, defect in the 21st pair. 18 trisomy, defect on the 18th pair have 3 chromosomes instead of 2. Then next is sex-linked inheritance or sex chromosomal abnormality. We have Klinefelter syndrome, super male, Turner syndrome, and super female. In Klinefelter syndrome, 1 chromosome is more. Instead of XX or XY, the person have XXY, Klinefelter syndrome. Second is super male with 2 Y chromosome instead of 1 XY, Jacob syndrome. Third is Turner syndrome, 1 chromosome is less. Instead of 46, they have 45, only 1 X chromosome. And super female with 3 X chromosomes. All these defects due to irregular meiosis or non-disjunction of sex chromosomes or autosomes during meiotic cell division. At the time of meiosis, regular meiosis from the 46 chromosome, the gamete with 23 chromosomes are found. But here the defect is in the chromosome number, non-disjunction of sex chromosome or non-disjunction of autosomes or irregular meiosis. So the reason for this autosomal chromosomal abnormality and sex chromosomal abnormality, இது எல்லாத்துக்கு என்ன காரணம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். இதில் வரப்ப sex chromosome related, it's not an inheritance. Inheritance come that color blindness and other things. So sex chromosomal abnormality. Sex chromosomal abnormality, the Klinefelter syndrome. The Klinefelter syndrome, the super male, the Turner syndrome, and the super female. Next is a mutation. Sudden spontaneous deviation from the wild type is said to be mutation. So sudden spontaneous deviation from the wild type, we are calling it as mutation. Autosomal dominant as well as autosomal recessive mutations are reported. Autosomal dominant means instead of the recessive gene is replaced by a dominant one. Here the dominant is replaced by a recessive one. Huntington's chorea, brachydactyly are examples for autosomal dominant. And autosomal recessive albinism, sickle cell anemia, tyrosinosis, and phenylketonuria. Tyrosinosis, defect in the tyrosine metabolism. Phenylketonuria, defect in the metabolism of phenylalanine. Sickle cell anemia, abnormal hemoglobin production. Albinism, lack of melanin pigment in the skin. Like that, the Huntington's chorea, the first dominant gene mutation reported in man. The affected chromosome is chromosome number 4. Like that, brachydactyly, the chromosome number affected is 4. Here, shortness of fingers and toes are seen. It's a neurogenic disorder. The nervous system may be affected due to the CAG repeat many times. Cytosine, adenine, guanine repeat many times leads to neurogenic disorder. These things are due to mutation like that. Autosomal, another one is sex-linked recessive. Mutation in the sex chromosome. Actually, you know, what is sex-linked inheritance? Generally, the genes present in the autosomes control the body characters. The genes present in the sex chromosome control the reproductive characters. If the genes present in the sex chromosome control the body characters, then they are called sex-linked genes, and their inheritance is said to be sex-linked inheritance. Color blindness or achromatopsia were unable to differentiate or distinguish certain colors in dim light. Unable to differentiate red color in dim light, deuteranopia, green color in dim light, deuteranopia. Failure in blood clotting mechanism is said to be hemophilia or bleeders disease. These diseases are example for sex-linked inherited diseases due to recessive mutation. And finally, structural chromosomal aberration or abnormality or mutation. Structural chromosomal aberration or abnormality or mutation means a sudden change in the structure of chromosome. If a small portion of the chromosome is removed, deletion, small portion represented twice, duplication added. The genes are arranged in the reverse order inversion. Exchange of genetic material takes place between non-homologous chromosome. We are calling it as translocation mutation. These things comes under structural chromosomal aberration. Cry-du-chat or cat-cry syndrome due to defect in the 5th chromosome. Actually, a small portion of the chromosome number 5 is removed due to deletion mutation, causes a deficiency and this disease. And next is a chronic granulocyte leukemia. You know, leukemia, anemia, decrease in the number of double RBC, polycythemia, increase in the number of RBC, leukopenia, decrease in the number of WBC, leukemia, increase in the number of WBC. So here, leukemia means increase in the number of WBC. Chronic granulocyte leukemia, the number of granulocyte is increased due to translocation mutation. The exchange of genetic material takes place between non-homologous chromosome. Here, exchange takes place between the 9th and the 22nd pair of chromosome. 9th and the 21st pair of 22nd pair of chromosome exchange the chromosomal segments. It is known as the translocation mutation. Actually, exchange of genetic material takes place between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome is said to be crossing over. Non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes are annulled. We are calling it as crossing over, takes place during meiosis. But here, exchange of genetic material takes place between non-homologous chromosome, between chromosome number 9 and chromosome number 22. It is also known as illegitimate crossing over. So the diseases, heritable diseases, due to either numerical chromosomal aberration or structural chromosomal aberration or mutations. Thanks a lot. Thank you for hearing. Thank you.